you're Jewish and you came from America because of that. How many times you're here?
This is my second time.
Second time! You can understand how many times Americans are here by the location that you see them in Tel Aviv, you know? Like if it's the first time you see them in Rothschild Street, I'm Israeli, hi, I'm Israeli. Second time you see them in Funny Monday, you see? Third time you see them in Florentine buying drugs. Fourth time in Florentine selling drugs. They go there, they sell drugs. Having fun, but for a Jewish mom in America, she's proud. If her kid is a drug dealer in the Holy Land, amazing. She's sitting with all her friends, my son is a doctor, and she's like, my son is a Zionist dealer. Selling weed and bamba together.
Israeli stand-up in English. Funny Monday.
We're the best. Let's start from the simple things. Dead Sea products. Have you ever seen someone sells Dead Sea products better than Israelis? Because we're geniuses. We have a method. We see an old lady. We give her the feeling that she's younger. And then we hurt her security with an offensive compliment. Offensive compliment, solution. We're smart, we're not like you. Ma'am, come. Ma'am, come. Ma'am, you, ma'am, you Jew, you? Come. You not Jew? Doesn't matter, you're beautiful. Come. Your nails, disgusting. You have to know that your nails, you can't get out of the house with these nails, okay? Disgusting. How are you touching your boyfriend with these nails? Actually, I'm a widow. I'm gonna tell you why you're a widow. Your husband killed himself because of your nails. Now, if you don't want this to happen again, I have a special cream that you smear your nails. I give you a special price. I'm gonna ask my manager, דודי, אתה תהיה כאילו המנהל שלי עכשיו, תקשיב טוב מה אתה עושה. אתה אומר לי לא, ואני משכנע אותך.
You know what is Yemenite soup?
It's like chicken soup with Hawaj.
With Hawaj, that's how you call Hawaj? Wow. It sounds like somebody that's sending missiles on us. Hawaj. We are the new terror organization. Who are you? We are the Hawajin. And we will send on you a lot of chickens filled with nuclear weapon. Hawaj, honey. Hawaj, it sounds like something that you wear, you know? It's like burqa and Hawaj, you know? Hawaj is Hawaj, yes, it's the Yemenite thing that you put inside soup, spice, it's amazing. It's but the most important thing for you kids, I'm talking to you because you're a little kid. How old are you? 24. When you dip pita inside the soup, be careful that your nails is not going inside the soup too. Because you're gonna have yellow stuff under your nails for days, okay? As a kid, I used it like marker in school, like that. I used it as marker, you know? I used to read the Bible and to mark sentences that I want. From the Khawaja. The Khawaja, you're amazing. Yeah, Ashkenazi, they don't know, you know? It was too spicy for her to say the word Khawaja. Oh, I need water. Oh, the Khawaja is too strong for me. The Khawaja.
You know the dating app J-Swipe? Yeah? Someone don't know what J-Swipe is? J-Swipe, I'll explain you. J-Swipe, it's an app, it's a dating app for Jewish people. It's quite simple. You go on the app, you see different Jewish people. If you like this Jew person, you move it into the right. If you don't like this Jew person, you move it into the left. Who's the developer? A Nazi dude? What the fuck, guys? Why not up and down? Up and down, it's so much easier than right and left. The context is important in life. Context is important. I've been in the south of Italy. I've been in Napoli. Napoli, if you don't know Napoli, it's very shitty. Napoli is very similar to Bet Shean. They just have better pizza. That's the whole differences between Napoli. And I went to Napoli, and Italians are a bit racist, you know? I wanted to smoke. I wanted to score some weed, and I asked the guy in the hostel, I asked him, excuse me, where do I get drugs? And he said in those Italian words, he said, if you want to get drugs, you need to go outside the street, look for a black person. And I asked him, is it a specific black person or... How do I get into this dialogue? It's racist as fuck, but I wanted to smoke. I'm on a vacation, so I went outside. I saw a black person. I approached him and asked him, excuse me, do you know how can I get drugs? And he said, why are you asking me? Because I'm black. And I told him, I also said it's racist. Earlier in the hostel, I said that it's racist and I want to apologize. And he said, what do you need? Cocaine, hashish, weed? What do you need, sir? I'm black and I have drugs.
60% of hate crimes in last November in America, 60% of hate crime was turns into 60% of hate crimes were against Jews, you guys. Fuck yeah! You clapping for that? It's gonna be look bad in the video. It looks like SS conference. Yeah! A student war in Einheit! 60% of them. That's bad. And then Dave Chappelle said in SNL, you can't blame the black people for what happened to the Jews, for the history of the Jewish people. And you're right. No one blames the black people for what happened to the Jews. But we are blaming you and Kanye West for the 60% and what happened to Jews right now because of your hate speech. That's we can blame you. Shut the fuck up. We're not saying how to feel to people. Yeah, we're not saying no one what to feel. We're telling you that shit is anti-Semite, you know? We're not telling people how to feel, but even though we were slaves too. And we're not telling people how to feel about slavery, but we were slaves in Greek, in Germany, in Egypt, guys, we were slaves in Africa. We invented slavery. Slavery, it's a Jewish startup.
We tried getting pregnant for 6 months. We tried every night to get pregnant 6 months, every night. I'm not saying I didn't have fun, right? I mean, like, looking back, it was the best time of my life, I gotta tell you. But we tried everything. We tried everything. We even tracked her ovulation to see what the best days were to try to get pregnant. You know what I mean? She would send me invites on Google Calendar. Seriously, she would send me like 8 p.m., Monday, sex, and we get pregnant for sure. So I would reply yes, but I would change the name of the event just to tease her, you know? And then I would say like yes, but I changed it to, instead of sex and we get pregnant for sure, blowjob and we adopt. It was like, no. Eventually it worked out. I mean, like 9 months passed. I mean, she was pregnant, and you know, we had a beautiful baby girl, and I'm really happy. She's black. So that's weird, but I don't know. I guess you just gotta keep trying, and then it works out eventually. I'm telling you, that's how it is. We got the baby monitor, and there are 2 parts to the baby monitor, right? I'll explain this to everybody. One part you put in the baby's room, it hears the baby. And the other part, you put it in your room, and then it plays for you whatever the baby is saying, any noise, right? So when I set it up, I put it in reverse by mistake. Because I was like on 1 hour of sleep, and I was dying. So we didn't hear her at all. But she was screaming and crying in her room, hearing us saying, man, she's sleeping great. Amazing.
I spoke the other day, and this conversation came up in my head the week before. My wife talked to Lalin. You know Lalin? It's a soap and candle company. So she's fighting with Lalin over the phone that I didn't understand the conversation at all. But when I smoked the week after, the conversation came to me, and I saw the whole thing. So she spoke to Lalin, and she told him it makes no sense. How come my husband's candle goes slower than mine? It's the same fucking candle. And how come we have different smells when we bought them both the same smell? Now, when the conversation happened, I didn't know what she wants from them. But when I smoked, reality hit me in the face. Because every night, after she falls asleep, I'm taking stuff from my nose and putting my candle. It makes the candle last longer, and also that's the smell. Because You know, I have some hairs going in the candle, and she goes, how come I order lavender and it smells like body burning in the Varanasi?
There's any Arabs here tonight? Hi guys, you see we are family. What's your name?
Oh, mine. Lara.
Lara?
Lara.
Lara, where you come from?
My family is from Libya.
Libya, you know? My mom from Iraq. Neighbors. Did you see me? Guys, my grandma...
It's not even close.
It's not even close, yes. No, Sponder. Sponder sometimes open Google Earth over there. I mean that it's close like in the feeling, you know? Louvre. Excuse me?
No.
Never mind. I believe Sponder, but it's good for the joke that we are close. Sponder, she's my guest. Sponder, we are close. Lara, I love you. أنا بحبك. Yes. أنا بحبك is I'm half Yemenite is close.
No.
No. Okay.
It's next to Egypt.
Where is she coming from?
Louvre.
Ah, I don't know nothing about Louvre. I don't know where is it. I just know Gaddafi that dressed like Michael Jackson. Just know Gaddafi that is like... Why he fell to the hole? Because he was doing moonwalk. And they found him inside the hole. Gaddafi.
That was
Saddam Hussein. Guys, it's not a history lesson. A second ago, we didn't know how to say Hawaii. Suddenly... Oh, thank you so much. Okay. We will find the connection. Lara, I love you. How long are you in Israel?
It's complicated, but yeah, like a year.
A year?
Yeah.
That's amazing. You see, so I can communicate her with, I can speak Arabic because all my childhood, my grandma in my Iraq, she always speak like a everything was, you know, my grandma, when I was a kid, she had a picture in the living room of somebody with a mustache. I thought that she's a spy, that she's walking with Saddam Hussein, you know? Only when I got older, I find out it's her from the bat mitzvah. It's my grandma. My grandma, you know? So all my childhood in my house, they speak with me Arabic. My mom, she always used to tell me, I will explain. It's a sentence that explains to a kid that the best place is in the house, in your house. But why to tell to a kid that he's 8 years old that there's no place like home if you can tell him, Mom, I'm going to sleep at Yaniv's house. You know how scary is it that you sleep all night, Yaniv's house, and I don't close my eyes because I'm looking for the Satan, you know, like that. The devil, okay? I was afraid. And that was excuse not to go to vacations all my childhood. Mom, let's go to a hotel. I swear. And now this sentence flip on my mom because my sister, she's 41 years old and she divorced and she come back home to live with my parents. And my mom, you need to find life, go, meet somebody. And my sister,